Hey everyone, in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I made this flyer using Canva. In this video, I'm using the desktop version, but you can definitely follow along with a phone or any mobile device. So let's get right into the video. Once you open Canva, you are going to see this plus sign in the upper left-hand corner that says create. And you're going to see it's going to say create a design, and you're going to click social media. And then in the text bar to search, you're going to search Instagram post square. And it's going to be this one right here. And it's 1080 times 1080 pixels. And you want to click on that one. And it's going to open in a new project. And you're going to have this white square right here. And this is where we're going to edit the flyer in. Then you're going to click on it, and at the top you're going to see a bunch of colors, and so you want to click on that and then click black. Then on the left sidebar you're going to see it says uploads, and you want to add a photo of your choice that's going to go in the background. So you might need to click where it says upload files and then add the file. For me, I already had it uploaded in my files, so all you have to do is search for or find it. But if you need to upload a file, that's how you would do it. Then you're going to extend it out by double tapping on the screen and dragging it out, or you're going to see these purple lines that you can just drag out. Then you're going to click on the photo, and at the top you're going to see this icon that means transparency. You're going to click on it and put the transparency to 24. Then from here, you're going to go on the sidebar where it says elements, and we're going to add that pink camera that we had in the flyer. So once you search it, a bunch of options are going to come up. You're going to click under photos, and you're going to click this one here. This one is a pro element, so unless you have pro, you cannot use it for free, or you can try to find one on Google or find a free option on Canva. But we're going to make it smaller, and we're going to adjust it to look something like this. Then from here, I wanted to change the color pink a little bit so it's a little brighter. So you're going to click on the camera, and you're going to see two colors at the top. You're going to click the second color, and then you're going to click this color wheel, and you're going to type in this hex code if you want the exact same as me, or you can leave the camera as is if you do not want to change the color. Then from here, you're going to go back to uploads, and you're going to upload a file, and you are going to add a photo that you would like inside the camera and click on it. Once you click on it, you are going to crop it like I'm doing here. You can just drag up the purple lines or drag them down. Then you can move the corner arrows if you need to make it bigger or smaller. And so you're just going to play around with it until you get it in the camera, and you want it to cover up the black part of the camera where the photo would be. And so you're just going to watch me adjust that here. So once you get the photo the way you would like it to look, you are going to click elements again, and you are going to, in the search bar, type newspaper scraps or newspaper scrap, and you're going to have a lot of different options pop up. You can go under photos or graphics and look around till you find the ones that you like. These are the ones I'm using. This is the one. You can search this and you can find it, made by this person. And this is a Canva Pro element again, so unless you have Canva Pro, you will not be able to use this specific one. But that's okay, there are plenty of different options that you can use. But I just rotated it so I can fit it in the left side. And then I'm also going to use this one here. Again, you can search it up. This one's also Pro, so you would have to have Pro to use this one again, or you can purchase them separately when you check out, or you can purchase Canva Pro if you will be using it often. But this is how it should look so far. You should put that in the upper right hand corner. Then from here, you're going to go back to elements, and you're going to search phone, and then you're going to click where it says frames, and you're going to select this one here that says phone frame silver, or you can choose any of the ones that are there if you would like. But you're just going to make it bigger and adjust it, and I tilt it a little bit. Then you're going to go back to uploads, and you are going to add the photo that you want to go into the phone. So I'm just going to drag it in. Then you're going to click that same photo again, and you're going to see it pop up on the screen. Then at the top, it's going to say BG remover, and you're going to click on that, and it's going to remove the background for you, or you can use any background remover of your choice. I usually use Photoroom, or I always have a website that you can use down below to remove the background if you don't have Pro. But what you're going to do is you're going to move it on top of the phone, but sometimes you'll notice that it might want to snap into the phone, which you don't want. So I like to use the key arrows on my keyboard, and you're just going to click it to adjust it the way you like it to look. Or if you're using a phone or iPad, there is a nudge feature that will do the same thing. But I love to use that and it'll help it go over the phone. Then from here, we're going to go back into elements and you're going to search pink tulip bouquet or whatever type of flowers that you would like. And you're just going to scroll until you find one that you like. Graphics tend to be a little more cartoonish versus if you go under photos, they tend to be a little more realistic. So I went under photos and this is the one that I found that I liked, but you can do any bouquet that you would like. And so it's going to pop up on the screen and you're just going to make it a little smaller and you're going to drag it down so that it's in the bottom left corner and it should look something like this. Once you get the bouquet in the spot that you would like, you can edit the colors if you'd like. So I like to click at the top where it has the colors and I changed the pink to the same pink that the camera was. You just click on it, it should be saved. And then I also like to edit it and adjust the settings and the colors. So at the top, you're going to see it says edit and it's highlighted. And then you can click adjust and there are plenty of different options that you can adjust. You can higher the brightness, the saturation, the vibrance. You can edit the colors however you would like them. So I just played around with it until I liked the way the colors looked. And this is not necessary because it would also depend on the flower bouquet you use and the colors you use. But I just felt like for this flyer, it was really nice and I wanted to show you how to do it. So then from here, you're going to go back to elements and then you're going to search flowers. And I'm using this pink rose bouquet corner design. And so I'm just going to click on it and you're going to make it smaller and we're going to put it in the upper right hand side, just where the newspaper is. So it's like overlaying over itself. And then I'm just going to edit the colors like we did with the bouquet. So I'm just clicking on it and then clicking the colors and then you can adjust the colors as well. Another thing you can do is add a shadow. And so you can click on the picture and then click edit. And then where it says shadows at the bottom, I like to add a drop shadow. It just looks like it's over the newspaper instead of a part of it. And I'm doing the same thing with the flowers, just so there's a shadow behind it. And there are plenty of different options for shadows that you can use as well. From here, we're going to add text. So on the left side, you're going to see text with a big T. Then you're going to see a box that says add a text box and it's going to pop in on your screen. Then you're going to double click on it and you're going to type whatever you would like to type. For this, I'm typing in mama. Then at the top, you're going to see an option that has a bunch of fonts. It says Canva Sans right now. And we're going to click this font here. This is Anton. And you're just going to extend it out and make it bigger. Then you're going to see this letter A with a bunch of colors. You're going to click on it and you're going to select the pink that we used for the camera. It should already be there. Then from here, you're going to click on where it says mama and you're going to click the duplicate button, or you can add another text box if you'd like. Then you're going to type in the word hey, and then where the fonts are, you're going to search League Spartan. Then you're going to double tap on the word and you're going to highlight it blue. And then you're going to change the color to black. Then at the top, you're going to see an option that says effects, and we're going to add an outline. So you're going to see this option here that says outline, and you're going to see a color, and you're going to change the color to white. And then you can change the thickness if you would like. This is what I changed mine to, but you can change it to whatever you'd like. Then you're just going to make it smaller and put it similar to how mine is. Then you're going to click the duplicate button again, and you are going to drag it down so it's in the opposite corner this time. And this time we're going to change the font to a cursive font. And I'm going to use the font Vintage Goods. And it's this pretty cursive font here. And then you're going to double tap on it and you're going to change it to treat yourself or whatever you would like. And I just put capital T and capital Y just so it stands out a little bit more. And now I'm going to reverse the colors so that black is the outline and white is the text color. So once you get it adjusted to where you like it to look, you're going to click on it, and then at the top you're going to see an A and you want to click on that, and then you want to select white. Then you're going to go back to where effects was, and under outline, this time you're going to change the color to black. And so it should look something like this. Then from here, we are going to add another text. So we're going to click add a text box again under the text section, and you're going to type your business name. So whatever your business name is, for mine, I'm literally just typing your business name just for an example, and you're going to make it smaller, and you are going to zoom in. There's this little like slide bar at the bottom that you can use, or on a phone you can just pinch it in and pinch it out with your fingers. Then you're going to click on font, and you're going to search in the search bar Glacial Indifference, and it's this one here. And some fonts might have this little arrow here, and you can click on it And you can choose if you want a regular font or a bold font, or you could just click the bold if you want to do it that way as well. But I just put the size to about 18, and then I'm just going to drag it to a spot that I like, somewhere like this. Then from here, we're going to go under shapes. So you're going to go under elements and then shapes. And then you're just going to find a basic square. And then you're going to drag it out and you're going to make a rectangle. And you're going to make a similar shape to what I'm making here. So I'm just going to let you watch how I make the shape. Then from here, once you have the shape down, you are going to see the color box when you click on it. And I'm just changing it to black. Then you're going to see the option right on the side of the color, and this is an outline color that you can choose. So I just chose white, and then you have a stroke weight right on the side of that, and you can make the outline or stroke bigger or smaller. Then you have the corner rounding right on the side of that, so you can round the corners as much or as little as you'd like. And so this is how I have mine looking. Then from here, we're going to add text again by going to text and add a text box. And you're going to make it smaller so it's not so big on the screen. And you're just going to fit it in the rectangle that we just made with the outline. And in this text box is where we're going to add our sale code. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in it, and you're going to type use code, whatever your code is, for whatever % off. So for example, I'm using use code MAMA for 25% off. And then whatever the code is, you're going to double tap on it and highlight it, and it's going to highlight it in blue. And then you're going to change the color so it stands out. And I'm changing it to pink to match everything else. On a phone, you would just double tap with your finger to highlight it like you're copying something, and then you would change the color. Then from here, we're going to go back to elements, and you're going to either go to recently used or under shapes, and you're going to use that same square that you used before, and you're going to drag it out just like we did before to make a rectangle. And this time you're going to put it underneath the use code for whatever % off. And you're going to use the same color that you've been using for everything, the same pink. Then from here, you're going to go under corner rounding, and you can round the corners as much or as little as you'd like. I put mine to about 50, and then you're going to go to stroke weight, which is just the outline again. And so I put mine to 4. Then you're going to click on the color, and you're going to change it to white, and it should look something like this. Then from here, you're going to adjust it the way you'd like yours to look. Then you're going to click duplicate. It's right above it when you click on it. And you're going to click on that as many times as specials that you have. So for me, I had 4 specials, so I just duplicated it 4 times and spaced them evenly. Then from here, where you have your business name at the top, you're going to duplicate that text, or you can just add a text box. And this is where you're going to add your specials into the text box. So I just put $$ your special here, but for you, you would actually put your special and the amount in this spot. And you're going to also duplicate this 4 times. And Canva will actually evenly space it for you once it notices a pattern, which is really cool. Or you can highlight everything and click tidy up. Then from here, you're going to click where it says your business name again, and you're going to type $, your deposit amount, or for you, you would literally type in your deposit amount. So whatever your deposit is, if you don't have a deposit, you can skip this, but if you do have a deposit, this is where you would put it. And you're going to use the font Spartan for this one, and you're going to make it a lot smaller. Then from here, we're going to go back into elements, and you are going to search Instagram logo or whatever social medias that you would like. So I'm searching the Instagram logo, and then at the top you can see colors, and I just changed the color to white, and I made it smaller, and I'm going to drag it all the way down where the deposit required is. And then you're going to do the same thing if you have a website, or if you want to use TikTok or whatever social medias that you would like to use. For this example, I'm just using website, and I'm just going to search website, but again, you would search whatever logo you would like. I selected this one here. There are plenty of free options for the Instagram and the website. And so you were just going to zoom in, and you're going to make them the same size. So what I like to do is I like to literally put them over each other, and you'll see these like purple lines show up when it's even. And that's how you know it's the right size. Then you're just going to use the arrow keys or the nudge feature to move it over. Now you're going to click add a text box, and this is where you're going to actually add your social medias. So you're just going to use the font Glacial Indifference, and you're going to actually type out your social media usernames. And from here, you can just make things smaller. You can adjust how you would like them to look. So for example, I just zoom in really large so that I can see what I'm doing, and I'm just going to put it nice and small. And then you can duplicate the text, and you can add your website name, and you can move over the Instagram and website or whatever social medias that you were using. Also, if you'd like, I also have this exact flyer on my Etsy shop where you can purchase it. It is not expensive at all. So if you don't feel like making it, you can purchase it just for a couple of dollars on my Etsy shop, and that'll be linked in the description below. Then I wanted to adjust how the Instagram and socials looked. So I just click shift and click on each of them, and it'll kind of group them together where you can drag them all at once, or you can just highlight them all. Or if you're on a phone or a iPad, you can click the three dots and then click select multiple, and you can group them together. Then from here, we're going to go to elements, and I'm going to search heart, and I'm using this heart here, and I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to move it near the hay. I'm going to change the color at the top, and then I'm going to add an outline by going to edit and then going to outline and then changing the color to white and making the outline bigger. The reason I'm explaining a little bit faster now is because a lot of the steps are the same. You may have noticed that at this point. A lot of the steps are just going to elements, searching what you want, adding in a shadow, adding in an outline, and then you can change the colors, or just adding text by adding a text box. So a lot of the steps are kind of the same. So that's why it's a little bit easier to follow along once you kind of understand those basic things. From here, we're going to add final details. We're going to go back into elements, and we're going to search sparkle. And I'm using this one here, white sparkling star, and you're just going to click on it, and you're going to put it wherever you think needs a little bit of sparkle. The step isn't necessary, but it just gives it a little something. So I like to duplicate it and move it around. And you can use the transparency button at the top if you feel like it's a little too bright and you want to lower the transparency. So that's what I'm doing here. And you can rotate them so they're not all facing the same direction. Once you decide this is the final flyer, you can change the name at the top to something you're going to remember. Then you're going to click this white big share button at the top. You're going to click download, and then you're going to make sure it's a PNG, and you can change the sizing depending on if you have Pro or not. Then you can click download, and it's going to download to your camera, where you can click save, and this will be the final flyer.